So I had this client project recently where we basically had a 2D map, but we wanted to find a way to introduce some 3D elements to this. So I made this technique where basically you used a 2D line, but then raised the middle of it in 3D space, creating this 3D arch with the data points flowing along it, which gives this really cool effect. So it's that I'm going to be showing you how to recreate today. So we're going to come over into After Effects with GeoLayers open. We're going to hit New Project next, and we're going to use the inbuilt native Bing aerial satellite imagery. Let's zoom in on England and France for this bit. Hit Control Finalize. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the pen tool and we make sure you're not selecting the layer so it's not a mask. And we're going to draw a straight line between the two countries. And then we're going to pick the middle point and we're going to add one extra node there. One point which I forgot to mention when recording the first time, which we need to do before moving on, is we just need to duplicate this layer. Then I'm going to hide the top one so we can see what we're doing underneath. We're going to apply an effect called Drop Shadow, and we're going to tick this box called Shadow Only so that we can get this nice shadow here. And then we're just going to bump up the softness so it's nice and diffuse. We're going to turn back on the top layer, and then we're just going to make sure that that's 3D and pick whipped to the map comp anchor. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to twirl down to select the shape path, and we're going to come up here to Window, and we're going to use this inbuilt native plugin, which is now native within After Effects, called Create Nulls from Paths. What this is going to do is this is basically going to attach a null object to each of those points. So we'll hit Points, follow Nulls. You see we have a null object there. So if I grab that and move it, it will move the line accordingly. Now, I'm going to make sure that all three of these null objects are three-dimensional, and we're going to pick whip them to the map comp anchor. Now, normally it's best to not start tilting the map until you've done all your animation on a 2D surface first, but just in this instance, so we can see what's going on, I'm going to tilt the map now. So we'll tilt it like that. There we go, that's good. Now we're going to select this central null. I'm going to hit P, and you see we've got the different axis of its position. So we're going to raise it in Z space to about -1000. So negative moves upwards, positive moves downwards. So we're going to go -1000, and then we see we have this nice arch here. Now if you're having a problem with the line basically being straight rather than curved, it could be because of the roto bezier. So you can retroactively enable that there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come Add, and we're going to add a trim path. So we can basically change the length of the line so it moves between the countries. So at the beginning, I'm going to set this to 0. And then at the end, let's make that about 4 seconds, we'll set this to 100%. And then we'll do a ease in as well, so that you have a nice ease in on that. There we go, that looks good. We're then just going to copy over that ease, and we're going to paste it onto the shadow only layer below. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this. I'm just going to get rid of or hide the top layer for a second so we can see the bottom layer. We're going to come down to stroke. We're going to hit this dashes plus so that we get some dashes there. Now, what you can do is you just need to play with these settings in order to get the dashes looking appropriate for what you want. Oop. So for me, that's about right. And then let's set the butt cap to a round cap so that they're rounded like that. That looks good. Now, what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to keyframe an offset. So you've got the first frame here, and then we'll jump along. And what you want to do is you want to basically keyframe the offset so that at the last keyframe, it looks as if it's in the same position as the first keyframe. So use the take snapshot tool there. Now I'm going to basically move this keyframe forwards, and then I'm going to try and have it line up. Yes, there you can see that's almost perfect. So it moves between the points, but then the first point and the end point are essentially that they look the same. So you see if I move that forwards like that and play it through, it will end at the same point that it started pretty much. On here, we're going to go to Edit Expression, and we're going to type loop out. Click away. And it's what that will mean is that this will loop indefinitely. Now if you want it to move faster, all you have to do is just change that end value so that the loop is basically quicker. Now I'm going to add a glow effect onto this. And let's give it a nice colour as well, sort of like an electric blue, would be quite nice. Bump up the glow intensity, I reckon. There is also a paid plugin called Deep Glow, which I think gives much nicer results. There's a link to that down in the description, but I'm just using glow here because it's the inbuilt After Effects effect. So let's turn on the top layer again, so that you just see this blue line flowing down it like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to animate the GeoLayers map. So we're going to hit this symbol here to create some keyframes. And then I just basically want it revolving around this central point. In fact, let's line it up with that. So bearing, let's just do that. And then let's do +360. And there you see, so it looks like it hasn't moved, but that's because it's done a full rotation. And let's maybe just add a bit of a zoom to this as well. Punch it in, it looks cool. Let's add some easing onto these. Easy ease. I'm not going to build this out in this tutorial to the dozens of lines you saw on that example at the beginning, but it is the same process, just again and again, repeat it. Now I've got one last bonus tip for you, which is while this line is raised in 3D space, it is still itself two-dimensional. But it's what you can do in order to give this some actual 3D depth, is you can come over here and you can go to Cinema 4D. Now that we have that enabled, is what you can do is you can come into this top line, you can scroll down to Geometry Options, and within Geometry Options you can alter this extrusion depth, which will affect the actual physical 3D depth of this line. Now you see that we can't really see it much at the moment. That's because there's one more thing we need to do. So you need to do light, you can need to add a spotlight, and basically just have a bit of a play with the position of this in order to give it that appropriate lighting. So let's bump the intensity up. And there we go. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, just pop them down in the comments. And I'm also selling my map animations, so there's a Google form in the description if you want to talk to me about that. Thanks.